And now, from beyond our dimension, this is the JeffMara podcast. Here's Jeff.
My guest is Chelsea Taylor, who during her near-death experience saw Adam and Eve, and today we're going to learn about it. Chelsea, thank you so much for being my guest today, and welcome.
Hi, thank you.
All right, Chelsea, if you don't mind, can we start on the day that your NDE happened and go from there?
I was actually in jail, and the night before I took my ex-boyfriend's medication. It was like heart medication, and I just knew I was going to jail and I didn't want to. And the next, after I slept, it was about like 12 hours, and I started not feeling well. And I told the jail guard, and I told them I need to go to the hospital, I'm overdosing. And they didn't believe me, because they thought I was just trying to get out of jail and just get out of the facility, and I wasn't. And then I was getting arraigned, and that's when I really didn't feel good. And after, I just went back to my cell and started like hallucinating. The floors were like changing colors and just seeing shapes. And it was weird. And then I started feeling like tingliness in my fingers, and it went up all the way up my chest to the other side of my hand, and then up to my face. And I kept trying to tell the jail guards I need to go to the hospital. I don't feel well. I feel nauseous, and they still didn't believe me. And I went to go lay down, and then I just laid down and probably fell asleep. And then I just woke up, but it wasn't like in my physical body, I guess. I don't know if I was like dreaming or if I don't know. And like I just started seeing abstract stuff, seeing all these like different colors, and they were like colors I've never seen before. And it was, most of them were really bright, and it was nice. And then, how do I say it? It wasn't like I was in a house, but like I changed like into a different, not a room, but a different like setting area. And I was in the forest, and I was just walking, and I looked at a leaf, and I could like see it fully, not, I don't know, made it look like I was looking at the leaf like under a microscope. I don't know if that makes sense. And then I just like kept walking down, and I believe I saw like Adam and Eve. They were a male and a female. They're both naked, but they had like leaves covering themselves. And I saw Eve holding an apple. I didn't say anything to them, or they didn't say anything to me. And that's all I can remember.
Chelsea, thank you for sharing your experience with us. Did you take the medication accidentally or on purpose?
It was on purpose, because I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to go to jail that night, and I didn't want to.
Do you feel like the medication stopped your heart?
My doctor said it should have. I think 2 days later, my mom said she found the empty bottle, and they wanted me to go get checked out. She talked to the jail guards and the police station, and they had me go to the hospital, just get checked out.
You were in like another realm, and then you saw like two people that weren't wearing clothes except for leaves covering themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Were they talking to you, or did they notice you were there?
No. They didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to them.
Did you feel like you happened to be in paradise?
Mm-hmm. It was really peaceful. I wasn't scared anymore. I didn't feel anything. It was nice and quiet and calming.
Did you feel like an overwhelming amount of love?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't want to leave. Felt like I was in paradise. Sorry.
It's okay. Did it change you in any way?
It made me like realize that there might be like life after death, and just made me feel more appreciated to where I am now, and like living on Earth, and to take it all in.
Since your experience, have you stopped fearing death?
I mean, I do now since I have kids. I have 2 boys, and I wouldn't want to leave them. But that's the only part I'm fearful of. But if it came down to it, no, I wouldn't be scared.
Were you told to come back, or did you just happen to just wake up in your body?
I just happened to wake up in my body. It was like over 24 hours later, I woke up. Apparently I slept all through a Sunday, and I woke up Monday afternoon. And I went to jail on Saturday, early Saturday morning.
Did anybody ever tell you in the jail or at the hospital that you had died?
No. No.
Did it seem more real over there than it is here, like with you and me together now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel inspired by your NDE?
Yeah.
In what way?
Just knowing that when I pass away, it's going to be all fine, and just not to be scared of death.
Once you were back, were you angry or depressed that you actually were back?
I was pretty angry. Just waking up back in jail put me in a angry mood. Also depressed. I wanted to go home. And I was kind of like nervous or anxious to like tell anyone what I went through. Because I felt like no one would understand.
Did you tell any of your friends or family about it? And if so, how did they react?
Not for maybe a year or 2 after. The first person I told was my mom. She said, "Wow," and like, that sounds beautiful. And she's the only person I told.
Are you a religious person?
Yes and no. I believe in God, but I don't really read the Bible or go to church.
Did this experience change your spiritual life or religious life at all?
Yeah, before I wasn't sure about God or anything, but like after experiencing that, my whole mindset changed.
After you came back, did you happen to have any new abilities that you didn't have previously, like you're kind of psychic or something?
No.
After you came back, did you have any negative effects from the NDE?
Not that I can think of.
Did you happen to go through a tunnel or anything?
It felt like it when I was looking at the colors, all the colors I've never seen before. It kind of felt like a tunnel. like it was black, and then I saw all the colors, like it was like that.
Kind of like a colorful tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw all the colors, and then all of a sudden you went from the colors into this realm where you saw the people, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in a forest setting.
In a forest. Did you happen to see anything else besides the people or the forest?
No, that's all I can remember.
I feel like you believe in God now more than you did previously.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like you somehow encountered God or a sense that God was there in that forest?
Yeah, like it felt like I wasn't alone, but like in a feeling kind of way. But Adam and Eve were the only like people I saw during that experience.
You didn't see any angels or spirits?
Mm-mm.
To check your senses, besides what you saw and felt, did you hear anything? Did you smell anything?
No, I don't believe so.
When you came back, were you still like filled with love and you felt like you loved everybody?
No, I was pretty like angry. I really wanted to go home, but my mom wouldn't bail me out of jail, and that's pretty upsetting. So mostly I was just like really angry and depressed and anxious for what was going to happen.
Why did you wait for like a year or more to tell your mom what happened on the other side?
I was afraid of what she was going to think, mostly. And I wasn't sure if she would believe me or not.
Mm-hmm. She was the first person you told?
Mm-hmm.
After she was okay with it, did you start telling other people? No?
Recently, I just got my court papers back, and it just like brought me back to what happened that day. And I wanted to tell my husband, but I didn't know how he would react. So I found this Facebook group for people with near-death experiences, and I just shared it.
Maybe the first time he'll learn about it is by watching this podcast?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hello to your husband, and be good to your wife because she's been through something amazing. And I've probably done over 200 interviews, so I think they're becoming more and more common, and we can't prove that they're real, at least not yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people will say they are real.
Mm-hmm.
If people wanted to contact you and ask you questions like on Facebook, would you be open to that?
Yeah.
Would you like to give out your Facebook profile name?
Yeah, it's Chelsea Ann Taylor.
What do you think is the most profound thing that happened to you during your NDE?
Probably seeing Adam and Eve.
Seeing Adam and Eve?
Mm-hmm.
When you saw them, did you immediately think that's Adam and Eve?
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Interesting. Do you felt like that's like a knowing that, hey, that is them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once you were there and you saw them, did you already understand that you were dead? Or during that experience, did you think you were just dreaming?
A part of me felt like I was dead, possibly, because I had no clue why I was seeing them. And yeah.
Can you tell the difference between a dream and this experience?
Yeah, my experience felt like more real, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but like more real.
Okay. All right, Chelsea. Well, before we finish up, can you leave us with one last positive message?
Reach out to people when you're down.
Chelsea, thank you so much for being my guest today. I appreciate you, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the JeffMara podcast. I really appreciate you. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. And if you do, there are loyalty badges and other perks depending on your level of membership. All you need to do is click the join button underneath the video to find out more. Thank you for your support.